All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Safe, Secure, and Successful Morning Practice. This is an identity code practice that I work with people in. It is going to just bring you back into your body. So I don't know, Google how much $33 is in the UK. Google it. But you pay through PayPal. So I do take UK all over the world. My payment plan is set up for international. So sorry, answering questions. So if you're joining me on YouTube, welcome. This is live streaming on TikTok as well. We just got done doing a great talk about control and the control box, and really allowing that in your life to help you set yourself free, recognizing the lower dimensions of control. So we're going to be focusing on that in our safe, secure, and successful morning practice. We're going to be clearing the shadow aspect of the night, allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. So this can be that destructive ruler can be your idea of the need to be perfect, to be to never rock the boat, to be the good little girl, the good little boy for that person, to not look pompous or stuck up in any way, to that fear of judgment from other people. All right. We're going to clear the hedonist, which is the pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. We're going to clear the king energy, which is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And we're going to clear the martyr energy a little bit more, addiction to self-pity. So welcome to your practice. Oh, go ahead and take a nice deep breath if you're joining us. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Make sure not to do anything dangerous while you're doing this practice. You can also just let the words flow over you, connecting to the energy of the group. Go ahead and roll your neck, rolling your shoulders. Feel where there's any tension in your body today, just noticing the skin you're in. Inhale, nice deep breath. Hold your breath on top. And exhale. Inhale, nice deep breath. Hold your breath on top. And exhale. Roll your shoulders back and just notice your body. Invite your body to relax, releasing your toes and your feet, your ankles and your knees. Where are you trying to control your body? Maybe you're trying to control it by making pain go away. Maybe you've been fighting pain or restriction in your body, dis-ease in your body for centuries. For decades, for years, for months, maybe just moments. Notice where you're trying to control your body through diet, through shaming it, guilting it, making it wrong. Maybe you're blaming it for the abuse that was done to you, if you had abuse done to you. Maybe it was blamed by other people for not being perfect, looking the right way, maybe not too big, not too small, too big, too small. Maybe you had reactivity that filled you with shame and guilt after being backed into a corner, and that was turned and used against you. And you're mad at your body for that reactivity or the PTSD or the CPTSD or the shaking or the humiliation that it endured for doing something. Maybe your body is just stuck, not doing anything at all. Look where your body is trying to be controlled by others or by yourself. And today I invite you to just loosen the reins of control, loosen the shackles, unlock the box Unlock it, 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 unlock it. The box that's there. Let it fall away. At the base of your tailbone, there's a drain. Go ahead and pull the plug on that drain and just let all this control that has been in your life, this pressure to control yourself, this condemnation, this you're not good enough belief, the excuses that come with control, the shame and the guilt that come with control, the belittlement that come with control, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, transcend that. And ask the angels, ask your higher self, ask spirit, ask God to come in and cut all the cords, pull up all the roots that the world has been trying to get you to control, to conform, to act their way, to be their way. Whether that's angry, whether that's feeling sorry for yourself, whether that's believing that you can't do it, that you have no power. However, you've given away your power or the power has been taken away from you. Reclaim your power and choose right now that this is your body. No matter if it's disease, no matter if it's hurt, wherever it is right now, this is your body. Maybe you've gone an entire lifetime not knowing that you even had a body. Maybe you've been objectified your entire life and that's just been all you've known. And you've been trying to get this body to look a certain way and it hasn't done it. You've been trying to get this body to act a certain way, to people please, whomever you're around, and it changes and it's exhausting. Whether you're at work, whether you're at church, whether you're in the bedroom, all these ways you've been trying to be in control. Or allowing other people to have control of your body. Let that go down the drain and reclaim choice. How do you want to feed this body, this carbon body? How do you want this body to act? If you pause to make choices before you react, instead of reacting, instead of conforming to the PTSD, instead of conforming to the old memories, how would you act? Go ahead and thump your thymus. Oh, yeah. Make some noise if you can. Feel the vibration through your body. Your brain is part of your body. This is your body. You are not your body. You have a body. Your body was lent to you. Lent to you for your journey here on this planet, in this life. You get one body for this life. You can cut it up. It can get hurt. It can rebel against you. The more you try to control it, the more dis-ease and dysfunction it has. The more you shame it, the more it's going to fight you. The more you love it, the less disease. The more you take care of it, the less disease, the less fighting. You get to know, do you want it to fight? Or it's going to want its survival no matter what. How can you love it today? How can you love your body? Accepting where it is right now. Maybe you need some surgeries. Maybe you have an autoimmune disease. Maybe you have a mental brain chemistry thing going on. Maybe you have some bad habits. Can you love your body today? What would it take to love your body just a little bit more today? Just to be open to knowing what you didn't even know that you didn't know. To gain a little more confidence. What does your body want? There's no bad food unless you judge it bad. Yes, it's all biblical, you guys. So if you're really biblical, you're in the right place. But it's in every other literature too. I love the Torah. I love the Bhagavad Gita. I love the Yoga Sutra. Those are the ones I really know. Okay, breathe. So your body has a brain. Your brain and your body are connected through your nervous system. Your nervous system goes from that drain and lift through your perineum, breathe up and see the energy coming up your spine into all of your nervous system, your chakras, your nervous system, connective tissues. You have little balls of nervous tissue or nerve endings that go out literally in your body where your quote unquote chakras, you don't have to believe in them, like literally just look up the anatomy chart. And into your pineal gland, open up your pineal gland and let that light shoot up into heaven. You are source connected to heaven. You are anyway, but you can consciously open up this and allow more source to come in. Just open up to your own source, your own spirit to come into your body, inviting your soul back into your body, reclaiming your body and choice. So now you're reclaiming your choice, letting go of that illusion of control or needing to be controlled by others or trying to control things, letting it go to that surrender, to that faith. You are a divine child. You are confident. You get to believe in yourself because you are amazing. You are lovely. You are kind. You are generous. I know it feels a little nervous at first, especially if you've been tried to be controlled by the shaming and condemning of that. Right? By people that were pompous and assholes. They told you that you're not allowed to, have self-confidence. It makes you a pompous asshole and you're terrified of being like them, of course. We feel that. So if your brain goes, oh no, I can't do that. I can't believe in myself. I don't want to look like them. And so then we shame ourselves and we stay in their little box and we're able to be controlled. Instead, see yourself as the divine child of God. See yourself as the loving person that you are. Trust yourself to make choices to not be an asshole, right? Not to be a shrew, not to be a macho man. A shrew is a nitpicky, nasty woman. Notice this in your thoughts. Notice all of those commitments to control in your thoughts. Go ahead and imagine a stream in front of you and put that stream in front of you. All the places you're trying to control your thoughts. Instead of trying to control them, focus them. Choose to focus them on your mantra or dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Back to your original creator form. Back to your original thoughts. The thoughts that God put the desires of your heart. And that God made you a sentient being. That God made you a creator being. That God made you divine and perfect in his image. That God made you a kind, loving person. There's nothing you have to do to it. You can't put this into works. You just have to choose every day to wake up in gratitude. If you've been choosing to wake up in what's wrong and fixing it and pain, that's okay. That was a choice. That was a lesson. That was how you were raised. That was the plate that you were given to eat off of, right? Go, oh, there's my old plate. I'm going to choose to learn a different way. What can I be grateful for? I'm grateful I got a procedure. I'm grateful I have even the thought of being grateful. I'm grateful that I have this connection with God. I'm grateful that I met Dr. Lisha. I'm grateful that I have this beautiful community of people. I'm grateful that whatever, right? Just little things every day. I'm grateful for this breath. What are you grateful for? I'm choosing to focus on my gratitude. I'm choosing to change my behavior. I'm choosing to believe in myself and God pumping through me rather than thinking that some man or some object or some works or some acts or something else is going to come down and save me, right? We save ourselves. Claim it. Notice your beliefs. Send them down there. Notice all the shadows aspects of the church or your parents or the abusers trying to shame you, blame you, keep you down, not believing in yourself so they can continue to abuse you, continue to take from you, continue to make you feel unworthy. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all of that attachment to that. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all that body shame. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all of that illness shame. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all the beliefs of not good enough, all of our addiction to really fight to be, no, I really do suck. I don't believe in myself. I refuse to believe in myself because if I believe in myself, then I suck. Well, you already think you suck. You're convinced you suck. Did God make anything imperfect? No, all things are perfect on earth. until we started believing they weren't perfect. Go back, believe that they're perfect, trust, have faith, anchor into this. What would it take for you to believe that you are made in the image of God? That you are made to be divine, that you can trust yourself to make divine choices, that you're a good person. We do that by stopping and making a choice, using our brains rather than letting our brains use you. Any place that your brain uses you, you're stuck in that old brain, the limbic brain, the historical brain, the memory brain, the pattern brain, and refusing to repattern your brain towards joy, towards plenty, towards enough, towards wealth, towards health, towards happiness, towards joy. Most of my clients don't even know what happy is. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that so you can get to know what happy is. Ask yourself, what don't you know? And it was like, all I know is unhappiness. Good. Now you know it. So what would happy look like? Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, anything blocking the way of you knowing what happy looks like, you knowing what having plenty of money looks like, you knowing what it feels like to make a choice to get a job looks like, you know what it feels like to make a choice to ask yourself what you're interested in studying looks like. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that and all genetics in your head. Let it go. Down that drain. Releasing anything from that plat behind you. Reflecting your life in front of you. Dissolve, resolve anything that no longer serves you. Let it go. Any old bad news insights, let them go. Sometimes we have to see them. We have to go, oh, well, there I'm trying to people please. Yep, I'm really committed to that excuse. Yep. You know, Lisha says I'm fucking incredible. And I'm like, hell no. Nope, not doing it. Lisha says I'm smart and I can go get a job or go back to school. And I say, fuck that shit. Nope, I can't. Lisha says I'm magical and I am committed to not being. Nope, nope, nope. If any of that's true, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, transcend that opening up so we can see these bad news insights as gifts. They're actually gifts when we get to see them. We go, oh, there I'm stuck. There I'm not making choice. Do I choose to agree with that? Or do I choose to practice something different? It's going to be scary to practice something different. You're going to feel like you're doing something wrong when you practice something different because you're going against the abusers. You're going against the box. You're going towards God and away from ego, edging God out. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, transcend that. Right? The agreement that you don't have enough to invest. If your kid needed this investment, you'd be there for them. You'd have the money. If you had to go to the hospital, you'd be there. If it was about your car, you'd be there. Right? You'd come up with the money. If your best friend needed it, you'd have it. Right? You'd come up with it. But you're so addicted to not having it be important in your own brain that you don't have the money to invest in yourself or a book or this or that. I'm not even talking about working with me, like anything, right? Invest your time, invest your time in pushing play and reprogramming your brain with free content on the internet. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend any place where these strongholds have you. Asking God, Jesus, to just come in and dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Letting it go. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, transcend that. Let it go. Releasing those shackles, releasing the box. Beautiful. Now you have a brain. You are not your thoughts. You are not your memories. You are not these belief systems. You are not your self-judgments, your states of being. You are not these things. You have these things. You have power over these things. Reclaim your power. Just a little bit today. Every day, a little bit more, a little bit more. Feeling that connection with your body, reclaiming your reactions. Nice. Now, in your body, you have connective tissue. You can feel other people's emotions, right? We can feel other people's emotions. We are emotional beings. We have energy in motion. If you've been in a control box, your energy isn't moving. You are stuck. Control is controlled by total failure, keeping them thinking that they suck, that they're unable to do it, that they have no choice. Keeping them believing that they're full of shame, even if you're feeling your abuser's shame or shamed for not doing what your ex-husband, your husband, your wife, your ex-wife, your partner, your school, your religion, your doctor, me, anybody says, keeping you in shame, keeping you in guilt, feeling guilty for other people feeling bad. No, you're not in charge of their emotion. But we stay in this control box feeling guilty. We stay in this control box feeling like we have to give our power away to other people. Okay, being victimized over and over and over again. This is actually being victimized. This is not victim mentality, but we learn victim mentality here because we have to accept being a victim because it keeps happening and again and again and again because we are creative beings. Our energy is like, I'm stuck in this box. And until you open up the box, you can feel all these other feelings that you don't want to feel. Feelings of numbness, feelings of I don't have any control, feelings of anger, feelings of fear, feelings of sadness. That's above this box of total control. Once you get out of this box, you're going to start feeling anger. You're going to start feeling frustration. You're going to start feeling sadness and tears. You're going to start feeling numbness. You're going to start recognizing, God, I just want to die. I feel powerless here. And in that, you're going to go, fuck yeah. And then you're going to get angry. And then you're going to get angry and you're going to say, I'm fucking pissed off about all this shit. Fuck this. And then you're going to break free, and you're going to break free into knowing that you have a little bit of desire and wondering like, oh, I hate this about life. I hate this. What do I want differently? And then you're going to break free and you're going to start taking back your power, and you're going to feel love, and you're going to feel a little bit more love, and you're going to get higher and higher and higher until you know that you are a sentient being, a child of God, and you're high as being, and you like, yes, I rock this, and I'm going to manifest a life that I want, no matter, even though I was abused as a kid, even though I lived in a narcissistic relationship for 32 years, even though. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all of this energy being controlled in your body, all of this emotion that you're denying. We need to feel all the emotion. We need to be able to look at those shadows. If you hadn't experienced it, you wouldn't be able to transform it and transmute it. So if you've experienced total failure, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that energy. If you've experienced shame, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and that energy. Doesn't mean that you don't experience it again. It just means that now you get to go, oh, there it is. I recognize you. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Any guilt, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Any victimization, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Oh, this is like in my hips, so fucking tight right now. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Letting it go. Any sexual shame, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All that sexual shame, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All that my pussy is ugly, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All that I'm too scarred up, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. If you think I'm talking to you, I'm talking to at least 8 people here that I know of. Even though your dick is dirty, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Even though your dick takes over control, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Even though they took your ass, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. I'm sorry I have to go here, guys. I don't know. My ego is fighting me right now. Even though they made you feel dirty, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Even though they told you that you're worthless to control you, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Reclaim your worth, reclaim your value, reclaim your identity. Even though they made you feel like an object, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Even though they told you you're worthless, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Even though they put your worth in your vagina or your dick, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. You are not an object. Reclaim. Your body is not an object. Your mind is not an object. Your emotions are not an object. Reclaim yourself now. Anchor your soul in this. Invite Holy Spirit, God, your essence, your soul back into your body, all the way down into your hips. Anchor down in through your feet, down, all the way out, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. You can experience these emotions and you can see them and say, I've already experienced that. I already lived through that. I already believed that actually. That actually was my excuse for everything. I stayed stuck in that box. I now transcend that box. I dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. I'm no longer in fear of that. I no longer have to fight that. I no longer have to deny that. I no longer have to run from that. I no longer have to people please for that. I no longer give that energy control over me. And anybody and anything that is addicted to that energy that is in my space right now, that is for the highest good of all, I release them. Dissolve, resolve, transform, cut those cords. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Send their energy back to them or sources. Send it back. Call your energy back from anybody that you gave knowingly or unknowingly or took that control from you. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Anybody that you're trying to prove this, any way that you do it, including actions, right? Whether it's hypersexuality, being upset with yourself, self-harming, all those things, not eating, overeating, not having sex, having too much sex, whatever that is, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend all the shame, all the guilt, all the people. Anybody that you had sex with, go ahead and cut cords with them. Anybody that had sex with you, cut cords with them. Sending them back their RNA, their DNA, physically, their emotions, and how they made us feel about ourselves mentally. The judgments we had about them, the judgments they had about us, send it back. Dissolve, resolve, transform, and claim this energy back for yourself, seeing it, owning it, claiming it, and reclaim that Holy Spirit. Feel love for yourself, feel compassion for yourself, feel acceptance for your life, feel that holiness, reclaim your body. You are so much more than you know. You are a divine child.
If you get a call, let me know what time the surgery is. They'll tell me to leave.
Okay. Inhale, hold your breath. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Let it go. This energy, we want to expand the energy out. Now, emotions are just energy in motion. So if the emotions get too big, just spread it out. Just spread it out. Get it really big. Send it all the way out to the center of the universe. Just keep spreading it out. You're not going to give it to anybody. You might wake some people up. We're going to affirm people. We're sending it out with the impression of confirming, affirming, waking people up, helping them, loving them, not triggering them, just helping them. Send it out so you can manage it. So you feel the vibration, the frequency of whatever you're feeling at a rate that you can manage in your bubble. Okay? We're not denying it. We're not sending it away. We're not fixing it. That just is trying to control it, right? That just makes it actually get bigger, like a volcano. If you ever tried to fix things, if you've been in the cycle of healing for 25, 35 years, you know it doesn't work to fix it. Go to therapy. Stay in therapy. This is an emotional thing. Learn how to manage your energy. Okay, beautiful. Call in the energy of love, of acceptance, of gratitude. Wow, open up your voice. It's whatever comes out, let it come out. Open up to the higher frequencies of love. You are love. You are a divine child of God. Call in love. If you've never known love beyond that controlled love, that's not real love. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and that transcend qualified love. Call in peace. Call in harmony. Call in enthusiasm. Call in acceptance. Call in compassion. Call in empathy. Call in joy. Call in harmony, call in gratitude, call in all these beautiful things that you can have for yourself. Having for themselves, fill up your cup, start filling up your cup, fill up your cup, fill up your cup, fill your energy with this. Even if you've never known it, get curious. I'm open to knowing what gratitude feels like. I'm opening to know what healthy, abundant love looks like. Just giving it to yourself, not seeking it from others. If there's any of that seeking, notice that. That's a controlling thing. That's a seeking thing. Let it go. It's not about others. It's not about others. It's about you having that commitment to being open to loving yourself, even though you have these old patterns, these old things, these old proving things. Notice those patterns and love yourself anyway. Nice. You are not your emotions. You have emotions. You can control that energy by extending it out or pulling it in to make it stronger. Pull in the energy of love, of acceptance, of laughter, of happiness, of gratitude. Turn up the volume just a little bit on this. Turn it up in your sphere. Turn it up in your body. What makes you happy? What action can you take? What can you value? What can you do that you value that can take an action? What thoughts can you have to fill you with joy and for happiness? What memories can you pull up to fill you with joy and happiness today? You have emotions. You get to choose them. What do you choose to feel, right? It doesn't mean when you're feeling the negative things, we deny it, run from it, fix it, right? What it means is we take honor. We go, okay, I'm going to honor this. I'm going to let it move. I'm going to help it. I'm going to assist it. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to let it move out. I'm going to work this energy. And then you're going to call in that love, that light, that connection that you have with God's spirit source into that part of your body. Feel it, know it, get to know it. None of these emotions are bad, you guys. Nothing is bad. It just is. It's what you make of it. If you give it control over you, then it can turn bad, right? Then it turns into reactivity. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Beautiful. All right, now we have your field around you. This is your electromagnetic field. This is where you get to either propel things away from you. This is propel them away or call them in. You are going to call in whatever you are focusing on. Okay. So if you're focusing on fixing, you're going to call in more things to fix. If you're focusing on healing, you're going to call in more things to heal. If you're focusing on being bad, wrong, and hating yourself, you're going to call in more reasons to do that. Right. If you're focusing on being a good girl or boy, so they love you, so they like you, so they don't try to control you anymore, you're going to get more of that. So whatever you've been getting more of, just own it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't go into shame and guilt about it. I invite you just to notice that. That's the old pattern and just own it. Own, oh shit, this is my pattern. Okay, perfect. This is ground one. We're just going to be here, right? Now, in time, this will get easier. Now, what I want you to do is just notice where you are. And instead of going this way, we're going to go this way. All right, we're just going to change that. Now, what do you really want? Why do you want to fix things? Because you want more choice in your life. Call in choice. Fill up your bubble with choice. What would choice be like? What would you choose to eat? What would you choose to move? Where would you choose to go? What would you choose to give your time to? How would you choose to spend your money? Who would you choose to listen to? Do you believe the people that you're listening to, or you're trying to please the people you're listening to? Call in choice. Call in acceptance. How can you accept where you are? How can you accept that you've never known anything but to fix it, be on hyper alert, be a victim? How can you call that in and just by accepting it and being like, okay, I'm open to being a survivor. It's next step up. I'm open to being a creator. I'm open to creating by choosing. I'm open to this, creating my life. What life would I like if I wanted to create it? What would it look like? Can you turn on that visualization? For many survivors, it's hard for us to visualize at first. What would you picture in your brain? How would you imagine your life? Would you be healthy? What would healthy look like? Would you be happy? What would happy look like? What would you be doing? What kind of people would you be around? What would you be feeling? Start painting this different picture. If your electromagnetic field has been programmed by a brain that has been addicted to telling your story of this is what happened when I was 6. This is what happened when I was 7. This is what, I just want to die, blah, 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 blah. Then go ahead and just own that, claim it. Yep, that's how I've been living. No shame, no guilt. Let that go. And start going, well, what do I really want? I really want to be healthy. Okay, what would healthy look like? I really want to live. Okay, what would life look like to me? I really want to create the next this. What would that look like to you? Start imagining your life in works. What would you act like? What would you be thinking? How would you talk to yourself? What would you be feeling? How would you use your energy, right? Would you use it to just sit around and eat bonbons, or would you use it to go for a walk or be in nature? What do you want to do? Start painting your own picture. Own your own thing. Any place where you've been controlled by past patterns, by yourself, by shame, by guilt, by victimization, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Anybody telling you how to live, what to live, or you're trying to people please them, cut those cords, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Any place where you're still striving to please, to fit in a box, to not believe in yourself, making excuses why you can't be, you shouldn't be, having that commitment to being a sucky human being, always victimized, always hurt, never good enough. And just notice your commitment to that, you guys. That's what you're feeding. And then notice you're feeding that. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. If you've always fed that, which most of my clients have, that's all that we've ever known. It's okay. Just know that you don't know yet, and start getting curious. Curious. What would it be like if I wasn't doing that? What if it wasn't all about healing the rest of my life? What if it wasn't all about fixing my brain? What if it wasn't all about this, right? What if I had a bigger problem? What if my symptoms went away when I had something else to focus on? A bigger problem, a bigger threat to focus on, right? That just means you've been abused. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. What if your problem was something positive for the world? What if it's something wonderful? What if you're addicted to fixing? Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Where are your addictions? Are you addicted to fixing? Are you addicted to being sick? Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. All right, where is it showing up in your life? All areas. Are you addicted to being poor? Are you addicted to being lacking, not good enough, not having enough, not being enough? Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend that. Invite money raining down upon you from multiple income streams. Just invite it all the way around you. Feel it, open to it. So remember, the first thing is not knowing what you don't even know. No competence at all. The second thing is a little bit of competence. Now you know what you don't know, and that kind of sucks. It's hard to be there. Don't beat yourself up. Don't do it the other way. Just go, oh, wow, look at that. I see my shadow. The next thing is practicing competence, right? Where you're catching yourself, you're changing your behavior. You're changing your way of being. Things start changing. Things start doing. There's some effort in here, but it's still a lot better. And the last is just competence, right? You just got it. You know it. You're doing it. So first, you don't know what you don't know. Then you know what you don't know. Then you practice getting to know what you don't know. You start learning, right? You're in the activation of learning, and then you know it. You know it, you do it, it becomes your subconscious programming, right? Whatever you were taught between the ages of 0 and 7, that's your current subconscious programming, unless you've been reprogramming it. What we do is we create from our subconscious. That becomes our electromagnetic field until we reclaim ourselves as power sentient beings. We can either make an excuse that it doesn't happen and keep experiencing the same thing, because you are creating no matter what, whether you want to or not. That's just how the world works. It's just science. Or you claim it, you can control it, you can reprogram your subconscious mind. All right, let's clear the energy of the night in here. So I want you to see it flowing out of your body, any place it's in your sphere. If you haven't already, go ahead and close your bubble down. Make sure there's no cracks or crevices in it, and that nobody's energy is in it. This is your bubble. This is your cell. If there's any idiosyncrasies in it, just clear it up, make it perfect. You can see through it. People can see through it, but nothing can get into it. It's not a mirror. You're not triggering people, and people aren't triggering you. You're owning your shit now. It's in here. Releasing your shit. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. In any place where you have an allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, including your own brain or your own emotions or romantic delusions, meaning that you can people please, you can finally make them happy, and then they're going to fucking love you. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Then they're going to notice how much you've been hurting your whole life. Then they're going to affirm your disease. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All that is. Call in the frequencies of loyalty, romance, and chivalry. A love of honor. Honoring yourself, honoring your choices, trusting yourself, building that trust at first. Then we're going to clear the hedonist. Pursues pleasure to the detriment of health. This could be your needing to control, or control put onto you by others. People saying that they couldn't help themselves if they hurt your body. People blaming you for their own abuse on you. People putting you in that control box, right? Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, transcend. All that is. You pursuing pleasure. Maybe you are hypo, or you're abusing drugs or abusing food. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Maybe you're cheating on spouses. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Any place where you're filling yourself with shame so you can stay stuck in that control, with the excuse to beat yourself up. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Indulges at the expense of others. Any place where you've hurt other people because you didn't have choice. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Any place where you're blaming. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. And the call in the energy that inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, so you can focus on the good things in life. Celebrates the beauty in yourself. Where can you celebrate the beauty in yourself without shame, without guilt? Celebrating the beauty in yourself as a creator God. This is going to inspire, in spirit, other people to celebrate themselves, right? Other people to do the same. We want the entire world celebrating ourselves. We want the entire world as one body being like, yes, we are the most kick-ass humanity on the planet. We are amazing. We are lovely. We are all making great choices. We can trust one another. We can trust ourselves. We are amazing, right? We want everybody doing that. Yes, yes, yes. the king energy here. Excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Where are you trying to be ruled? Where are you fighting against being ruled? And where are you ruling yourself without restraint? Punishing, hurting, dictating, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend this. And this in our world. Just see it cleansing from Mama Earth. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. Especially in the U.S. right now. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. And call in enlightenment, benevolent rulership, benefiting those in your charge, benefiting the people that you care for, inspiring the people that you care for, inspiring your kids, inspiring your coworkers, inspiring people to think for themselves and trust themselves, to make choices of love for the highest good of all, to invest in themselves, to have money, to trust themselves with that money, to make good choices, begin practicing trusting in yourself and all the places that is. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend anything that stands in the way of that, calling in that energy. And any place where you're holding on to your story because you're addicted to self-pity, whether it's feeling sorry for yourself, like you have no power. I have no power. I can't get up and go get a job. I can't do it. I'm just too sick. I'm too this. I'm too that. I'm too committed to being sick. You will die if you're committed to being sick, because that's what it is. Or you'll continue being sick for the rest of your life. If you're committed to it, trust me, I've been committed to it myself. It still rings in my field sometimes. I was committed to being poor because I wanted my mommy to take care of me. I was committed to things. We have to admit that we're committed to things, that we're addicted to things. And then once we do, then we can change it. Then we have power like that. It can switch in an instant. So any place that you are denying that you're addicted to self-pity, or you're looking for somebody else's self-pity, or you're denying that you're looking for pity while you're out there saying that you're just preaching and teaching and helping, but in fact, you're looking for people to validate your pain, to give you permission to feel your pain, to stay in your pain, and all that is, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All that is. All of it, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All this martyrdom energy for this lifetime and all past lifetimes, all the way to the beginning of creation, this martyr energy, to the beginning of your timeline, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend. All the times that it's cut off your head, all the times that it's pulled you apart in all fours, all the times that you pulled other people apart in all fours, all the times that you've cut off other people's heads, all the times that you've been on either side of this martyrism, all the times that you were poured into the pit, all the times that you lived with the pain and injury and sang to yourself in the pit until you died, all the times that you've watched your friends die for martyrism, all the times that you watched Jesus die for martyrism, all the times that you watched Buddha martyr himself, all the times that you just have been a martyr in your spirit, all the times that your soul has been a martyr, all the times that God essence that is pulsing through you has been a martyr through all people, time, spaces, and beings. Let's end the cycle of martyrism. We're ending it now. And so I call it with the demand and command, with the power vested in me by the Lord Jesus Christ. End martyrism, end self-pity. Let's tell our stories from this place of confidence, this place of choice, this place of power. Reclaim your power now. Learning to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. Learning to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend anything in the way of this. Without martyrism, without punishment, without abuse, dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend a higher way of being, and so it is, and so it is. Go ahead and drain everything out, all energies out that no longer serve you. Cut all ties, seal up any blocks where you're giving away your power has been taken away. Plan your life. What do you want more of in your life? More abundance, more health, more miracles, more love, more confidence, more peace. All of that anxiety about, oh my God, if I believe in myself, then something's going to happen. It's going to tell me that I don't believe in myself. Yeah, it probably will. But once it does, you know you're on the right track. You know you're on the right track, because that is God saying, do you really trust me that I made you in my image? Do you really trust me that you're a divine child of God? Do you really believe that I am in you as you are in me, as we were all one together? Do you really believe that we are all one together? Do you really trust that? Or do you still believe in this lie, this fallacy that is the world telling you that you suck? that you are less than, that you have to do something, be something, that anything that you could do could take you from my heart. That is not the case. Dissolve, resolve, transform. Break up with that. Just tell that person, that place, that thing, that circumstance, that lack of money, that loss of everything that comes into your life to test you. Be gone with you, Satan. Be gone with you. Behind me, Satan. Behind me. Because you are standing at that edge of that cliff, and you can look out and you can say, this is my kingdom. Or you can say, no, the kingdom of me is within, and I am part of a higher kingdom. I am a part of this 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th dimensional kingdom. I am one. Dissolve, resolve, transform, transmute, and transcend anything that is of that, and all fear related to anything demonic, anything producing control, anything producing less than love feelings, anything producing less than love thoughts, anything producing less than a love and healing and vitality in our body. Let's call back in our most youthful, vibrant, healthy bodies. Let's rebirth yourself right now. And so it is, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, in the name of Buddha, in the name of Krishna, in the name of Allah. Amen, 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 and amen. 1,000 names. And so it is. Aho. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and open up your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Feel your feet in the ground. Come back into your body. Are you willing? God trains the willing. God trains the willing. Thank you for joining me today for the safe, secure, and successful morning practice. If you are on YouTube and want to join us for the final discussion in the next 15 minutes on TikTok, Dr. Lisha Antiqua on TikTok, join us.